everyone, I'm Pam with Organizer AZ911, and this is part 2 of a 3-part series of organizing ideas for schoolwork. In the first tip clip I did, I talked about what to do with all the artwork that comes in from the schools. And in this tip clip, I'm going to talk about the everyday schoolwork that comes into your home, how to organize it. I'm going to offer you some suggestions. Hopefully you'll like them. Okay, when I started thinking about how I wanted to present this, I thought to myself, what would be the easiest way to divide this up? Because it's kind of different from kindergarten to 6th grade and 7th grade through high school. So what I'm going to do is divide it into those age groups. Kindergarten to 6th grade. The best, at least for me, that I found, and the easiest way to do sorting their work is just investing in a $1 bin from the dollar store. It is about 11 by 13 size. What I always recommend is kids come home from school, you first go through their backpack with them and find any of the pages or papers you need to sign. But for all the rest of the work that they bring home, just simply pop it in this bin and then don't worry about it until the end of the week. I usually suggest this size bin. It's only about 3 inches high because it limits how much you can hold. And a lot of people get the bigger bins and they toss the papers in and then they deal with it at the end of the year. And that's good too. You can do that if that is the way that works best for you. Everybody's different. But for me, it was, I'd rather do 5 to 10 minutes every week than 1 to 2 hours or maybe even 3 hours at the end of the year. So at the end of the week or on a Sunday before they start the new week, take all the papers out of the bin, go through them, see what you have to keep, and then let the rest go. And I stress what you have to keep because you really want to scrutinize over what is important enough to keep, because here's reality. If you were to keep just one piece of paper for every day of the school week, so that's 5 pieces of paper a week, by the end of the school year you will have collected 190 pages worth of paper. When you go to multiply that out over a school career from kindergarten to 12th grade, that's over 2,000 sheets of paper you will have collected. Now, to give you a visual of that, this is 500 pages. 4 times this is what you'd be collecting if you did not purge some of the unnecessary paperwork. Okay? So really discriminate. If they have to use it for future reference, then by all means, keep it. Now, what do you do after you've cleaned out your bin and you have your little stack of paper that you still need for a future reference? That's when I suggest getting a little container like this. It's 5 inches deep, and I got this Container Store for less than $15. It's got a nice little lid, and these are for little hanging files. And I've labeled it with every subject, okay? And this is what I would use. Now, for kindergarten through 6th grade, that's where you would put their little homework slots in whatever subject. So they could go back to that paperwork and look at it and reference it. And this being only 5 inches, it limits you and it really makes you think about what is important to keep. When you get into the upper grades, let's talk 6th, 7th grade through high school. You don't want, that age, they have to keep paper to reference back to for midterms and finals and things like that. So this is where this bin also comes in very handy. They come in with their backpack after school and they go through their papers, and anything that they need to keep that's been graded, like a test or a quiz or something like that, or if the teacher gave them a handout, but they don't need it daily to go with them to school, they simply put it in the subject it belongs to in here. Now, one other thing you can do with this kind of binder is then use these folders, and I've labeled them as test, quizzes, and handouts. And you can simply tuck those into those files, okay, with the subject, and that way they can divide up so for a quicker reference. If they know, oh, that was on that test, they go to the test file, pull it out, and then they have that reference. So again, use this at the end of the semester when they've taken their final and they are allowed, the teacher says, yeah, you can get rid of all the paperwork for that, then they can purge it. If they have a specific graded paper that they are really proud of, that can go into another area to save for future reference, either a little bin or one thing I recommend, when you're at the end of the semester and you have picked out the best of the best papers, because again, I will stress, if everything is special, then nothing is special. So you want to always select, with all this tidal wave of paperwork coming in from the schools, you want to select the best of the best. When you have those that you want to keep for memories, that's when I transferred it to this accordion file I got from Target. And literally, this is my oldest son's school life from kindergarten through 12th grade. This is all he collected that was the most special. And I loved it because, like I said, it's got 13 pockets, so it did kindergarten through 12th grade. He kept his best work there. And what I liked about this one that I got from Target is it had a little pocket in the front where he kept cards, special cards that he received, and a little audio tape of his voice when he was real young. And what's really cool about this also is it's got little pockets here that I kept his little bracelets from when he was born and his little note that they put on the crib. And on this side, he's got all of his medals from contests, and he's got patches from the fire department when he got to meet. There was a special story behind it. But so those are all kept in those little containers. And then this just kind of folds up, tucks in there. His whole school life, all in one little binder like that. So first, sort it into here. Keep it for the finals and the midterms and all that. Once you're done with those and you've kept the reference papers, then you want to move it, your most proud work, into an accordion file like this. Nice, neat, small, contained, not a lot of storage. And this is far easier for him to take with him for his memories than a big bulky box. Okay, so I hope these suggestions help you. I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. Thanks for watching.